Hi everyone. Here's a demonstration I've been wanting to produce for a little while now. It was prompted by a question about how to identify some of these faint fuzzies that you see in the background of this image. And this, of course, is NGC 3628. I'll zoom in a little, and you can see there are a number of, again, what are called faint fuzzies. Those are distant galaxies. And many of those won't be cataloged or at least visible on the charts that I have. They probably are on something like the Deep Sky Survey. But let's take something that's a little less innocuous here. This little galaxy down in the lower left corner of the image. Now I had cropped this out of the image that I'd uploaded to P-base, so you won't be seeing that. So the question becomes, how can we translate that into coordinates and do what's called a plate solve? I'll drop the magnifier here. Now, one way to do that, turns out there's a tool online offered by Flickr, and it's called the Astrometry Pool. Flickr.com groups Astrometry Pool. I used that several years ago. I haven't used it recently, but what it enables you to do is to upload photos and have them plate solved directly on this website. At the time, it took several hours before they would do that. So I have a little quicker method of doing it. Although there is something called a new tool out recently called Astro Tortilla. It's software that you download. I believe it's free, and you link it in or build it into your astronomy program, and you could use that. Now, what I'm using here, of course, is my good old favorite, TheSkyXPro from Software Bisque, excuse me. This is the professional edition. Now, a way to plate solve in the SkyX is you first open the FITS file. Okay, now this is one of the original image files taken back on April 2nd. Now, we're really picking up right after the point where the photo was taken. In other words, once a photo is taken using the included camera software, once the photo is taken, this is exactly what it looks like. I simply retrieved it from the hard drive. So once that's taken, and by the way, let me just stop and just touch on for a moment. I've mentioned FITS format for some time. FITS is the Flexible Image Transport System. Recommended. I'm not sure if it was developed by NASA or adopted by NASA, but it is the de facto standard for scientific images, and you can do a little research on that also. So back to the mission at hand here. Okay, so we want to plate solve this image. So what we do, again, in the TheSkyXPro, we go to the image link tool, and at this point you need to know or have pretty much in mind what the image scale is. So for the camera that I was using here, this camera combination, it is 0.41 arc seconds. Now, one way to know that is to use a tool such as I have here, Ron Wadowski's CCD calculator, in which you specify your telescope, focal length, any focal reduction, the resultant focal length, of course, and then that coupled with the pixel size determines your image scale, 0.41 arc seconds per pixel. So let's lay that in. This could be off by some amount and it would still find it, or you could specify unknown and search the sky. So let's kick this off. And there, that is how quickly it was able to solve the plate as it were. And you'll see here that the image link or plate solving software confirmed that the image scale is 0.41 arc seconds per pixel scale. It also tells you the pixel dimensions of the photograph as well as the angular size, 41 minutes wide by 27, almost a half high. So now that we have that, and here's the galaxy that we have in question down here. Okay, so what we're going to do is drop the overlay for the photo, and you see here it keeps the photo laid over top, or I guess overlaid onto the sky chart. And you'll see here that that object that we picked up is none other than IC2745, 2745. And it has a magnitude of 15.1. So we know the object, its identity, we know its coordinates, J2000 as well as current epoch, and any other objects that we may see in the image. For example, what is this little fellow here? Okay. Well, unfortunately, I need to break the link of the image so that it will let me click on this object. And that, of course, is a PGC having a magnitude, well, saying magnitude unknown. So suffice to say, there are a number of very deep sky objects in this image. I'll zoom in here just for a bit. And if any of these objects are listed in the photo database that we would be using, plate solving would be able to locate them. Okay, if there are any questions, leave them in the comments below or drop me a line. Thank you.